Flick Drummond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Firstly, can I thank all the key workers in Meon Valley who've worked tirelessly during the pandemic and continue to do so, especially those who are now working on the vaccine programme. Progress is really good. 1/3 of my nursing homes should have been vaccinated by the end of the week, and most of the health and social care staff have also had the vaccine. And I'm confident that every over 80-year-old will be offered one shortly. The incredible Wickham surgery has done over 2,600 injections so far, including 1/3 of over 80s. However, there is one group that I think should be receiving the jab as soon as possible, and that is our teachers. I'm incredibly concerned that millions of children are missing out on the education they deserve and need, and believe that it can only be delivered properly in schools, colleges and universities, not online. I know the reason schools are shut, not because they're not safe, but because of the transmission of the virus. So it's disappointing to see unions such as the NEU politicising the pandemic, even though I know individual head teachers and their staff have often ignored their unions and selflessly thought of their pupils rather than the politics. However, the situation is not working. Teachers are now in the invidious position of having up to 50% of children in school because of key worker and vulnerable children rules, while also taking part in remote learning, which is incredibly difficult and time-consuming. There can be few winners from this position. The mental health and welfare of children is also important. Schools provide an experience not only of education, but of friendship, physical play, and lessons for life. I believe the welfare, education, and health of children and young people matter above all else, and everything must be done to maintain it. Otherwise, we're looking at an educational disaster long after the pandemic is over. I've talked to brilliant head teachers in Meon Valley throughout the pandemic. They wanted to keep schools open. Children are catching up fast before Christmas and will again, but this is not the case across the country. In many areas, children are missing from school and missing online lessons too. After half term in the last autumn term, the Department of Education showed that attendance rates in secondary schools were as low as 77% in the Midlands, with other areas also very similar. Initial research from the Education Policy Institute has found that pupils from disadvantaged areas are losing more days of schooling than in wealthier areas. Vaccinating teachers now would be a game changer for schools and allow pupils back full-time after February half term. Please can I urge that teachers be put on the vaccination priority list so that unions have no grounds to prevent them from opening and teachers feel safe in their classrooms.